Well, hi everyone. It's great to see you back again. And my name's Stephen, and I'm here with Woogi's global ambassador and our most popular coach and Woogie teacher, Anita Spring from Canada. We've got Anita with us. You there with us, Anita?
Yes, I am, Stephen, and I'm happy to be here.
And it's so great to have you here today for this session. And I can see from what we're seeing on the screen that we're going to have a lesson on Woogie English. And, you know, I've got a series of questions that have come in, and I'm going to try and jumble them into just one question so you can then just go and do your magic like you normally do. And that question is, what is it about this Woogie English learning program, Anita, that has I'm being contacted from Japan, from English second language teachers, for example, so excited about using this tool in their repertoire. What is it about where parents and students are just using this to either assist them with their Woogie English and learning their English, or they're using it to actually learn the English language? What makes Woogie English so unique? Could you just share some of your wisdom in this program? And I know that you're passionate about it, so I'm just going to sit back and listen to you do your magic, Miss Anita. So take over and share whatever you'd like to on this incredible program, Woogie English.
Well, okay. You you ask a great question. What is unique and what is it about Woogie English that's so special? And I will start with asking everyone to look at the screen right now and look at this fellow sitting there with his big smile, and you can see a movie camera above him and the colors and the activity, and it just immediately grabs your attention. Now, I just want to say, as a way of introduction, that the little fellow sitting in his director's chair in the movie camera is a little bit of a hint as to what some of the things or the basis of what's going on in Woogie English and how it is related to how the kids are going to learn English. And that hint will be that at the end of this program, Woogie English, the children will be able not only to speak English and communicate, but they'll actually write their own script for their own part in their own movie, which is very exciting for the kids. But it all starts, like anything else, right at the beginning. And any language that you learn, there are certain words that are, well, they're really key to starting any conversation. And Woogie English is no different. And so in the very first unit, in the very first lesson, through a really fun and different, memorable little video, children are introduced to certain words like hello and please and nice to meet you and my name is and where are you from, and all sorts of things like that that are so important just to give a child the confidence to actually start a conversation. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you a few examples of that. But I also want to just say that the reason I think Woogie English is so important is that it offers a complete, and I think a higher standard of English learning than anything else I've seen before. And that is because it's based on a kid-driven, game-based model, and it's engaging, it's fun, it's I've had a lot of adults actually doing some of the activities in here, and they're laughing and giggling like a small kid, and I'm included in that list. That's another part of what I love about this. It's just a lot of fun. And at first you may think this looks a little bit strange, but that's all part of it. That's what's so motivating and so much fun for the children. So motivation is built in, it's challenging, there are built-in rewards. Failure is not failure in Woogie English. It's just a chance for repetition, and repetition is the best learning tool. Most of you will remember that from learning childhood verses and things like that, where repetition really helps you to remember things. Well, that's built into this. Long-term retention, because the things in Woogie are based on these memorable little videos and activities, they're going to be in the children's mind. And so it's not just a bunch of words that they're looking at that they've got to try and memorize by rote. They actually have a visual image in their head that they can relate to and think about these words and the things that they're learning. So it's pretty exciting that way. They learn vocabulary, obviously, and vocabulary is built upon more vocabulary, is built upon more vocabulary, and by the time they get to the end, they should have an extensive vocabulary and be able to use it in words, sentences, and phrases that have meaning. And as I said, they're actually going to write their own script. So, like everything else, I've taken I've taken foreign languages myself, and I know that I started out with them exactly the way Woogi English starts out, with just the simple words of how to introduce yourself, how to start a conversation. But I must tell you that as a student myself and as a teacher, I never had anything like Woogi English to utilize. And it was harder to learn. It was kind of boring by comparison, I can tell you that much. And I just think that this is something that parents, children, teachers, anybody would be over the moon, absolutely loving the chance to use this as a tool for learning English. I just haven't seen anything, in my opinion, I haven't seen anything that is as effective or as much fun. And when I say effective, I mean that by the end of it, the children will feel they'll have a competency and they'll feel a confidence in using the English language that they would not get in a regular classroom setting, perhaps, or in any other way that I've seen. So let's just begin with, I'm going to click on the start button, obviously, and that will take me into the first set of units. And Woogi is divided into units, and each unit has a lesson. And there are numerous units, 35, I believe. And within each unit, there are many, many lessons. And each lesson sometimes is broken down into 3 parts, easy, medium, and hard. So there is so much content in here. And as I say, it's all cumulative, and you use in the next lesson what you learned in the lesson before, and so on. So I'm just going to click start. And there you go. The first thing you see are the first 6 units, and you just simply click or tap the unit that you want to choose. And what I love about this too is that you'll notice in the top left-hand corner there it says back, and there's a back arrow. Doesn't matter where you go here, you can always get home, you can always get back and re-choose where you want to go. So you're never in this endless loop of having to go forward. Okay? So let's just pick Unit 1, and this is a perfect example of what I mean about learning the basic words first. Now, the first time you watch this video, or a child watches this video, you may think, well, it all happened so fast, I don't know how I can follow it. But the words are written below, you hear them speaking in the video, and then the children can watch it, or you can watch it as many times as you want to. And then at the end, there's a little challenge. So I'm just going to play it, and we're going to do the little challenge, and you'll see what I mean, okay? So this should just take a few seconds. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, my name is Wendy Way.
What is that?
What is your name?
My name is Cindy Wood. I am 5 years old.
Nice to meet you. My name is Wendy Way. Hello.
Now that was just a little teaser of the first lesson. So we're going to go to the first unit, rather. We're going to go to the first lesson that says "Find Me," and that will play the whole recording.
My name is Wendy Way.
What is that?
What is your name?
My name is Cindy Wood. I am 5 years old.
Nice to meet you. My name is Wendy Way.
Who is that?
Hi, how are you?
I am fine.
Where are you from?
Where is he from?
Hello, I'm Cyber Hero.
Cyber Hero? My name is Wendy Way.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I am fine, but, where is the bathroom? Thank you.
You are welcome.
Goodbye, Cyber Hero, and thank you.
Now,
My name
after the
is
video, it
Wendy
asks
Way.
you to find Cyber Hero.
What's that?
So the children watch it again.
What is your name?
My name is Cindy Wood. I am 5 years old.
Nice to meet you. My name is Wendy Way.
Who is that?
Hi, how are you?
I am fine.
Where are you from?
Where is he from?
Hello, I'm Cyber Hero.
Cyber Hero? My name is Wendy Way.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
And this is where the children need to click on Cyber Hero because he's the one they have to find.
Thank you.
Oh,
Goodbye, Cyber Hero, and
he
thank
took off before I clicked on him. Okay. Remember what I said about repetition?
My name is Wendy Way.
What is that?
What is your name?
My name is Cindy Wood. I am 5 years old.
Nice to meet you. My name is Wendy Way.
Who is that?
Hi, how are you?
I am fine.
Where are you from?
Where is he from?
Hello, I'm Cyber Hero.
This time I'm going to click on him right away.
Hero?
You found the Cyber Hero.
Okay, so it's in lights. You found it. You've done your first challenge. We'll click on done. And there you see the built-in rewards. Good job. You've completed Unit 1, Lesson 1, Bonus Watts 20. So we'll click on the bubble here with the prize in it. Thank you for studying this lesson. Now I feel so happy. Okay, and then you go back to the lessons and you can start again into the second lesson. And you'll notice each of these lessons has 3 stars. Now, just by finding Cyber Hero, we got all 3 stars on the first one. So that's kind of fun. But the second one, you can actually work up and get 1, 2, or 3 stars. Okay? So I'm going to click on the word quiz, and you can see that I'm going to click on easy. And it says, are you ready? If you complete in 8 minutes, you will get these prizes. And so the child learns these words actually, are you ready? And then we click on OK. Now you'll notice that there's 8 minutes given. And this is the easy part because there is a time element to this. And it also shows the rewards that will be earned. As we go through medium and difficult, that time that the children are given is reduced. And so you get not only accuracy, but you get speed with which they can respond. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. And another thing I like about Woogi English is that there are different ways that children learn. We all know that some children learn you know, through auditory means. They love to listen, they hear things. Others are visual learners. Some love to speak. And all of those things are built into the lessons and everything in Woogi English. So this first one is you select the correct word. Now you will see a little fellow waving his hand, and the children have to figure out what word best suits that, that picture. And based on the little video that they've just watched and the words that were in there, they can get a few clues to that. But if they understand the word hello, remember hello, my name is Wendy Way, they can click on hello.
Hello.
Then they get to hear the word spoken. Then they submit their answer.
Hello.
They hear the word again, they see it again, and they get the reward. And then they're given another picture, and you see a child sitting on the floor with a present and a card, and the word or the words that go with that are thank you. So you click on thank you, submit the answer,
Thank you.
get the reward, see the word again, and the next challenge comes up. Now you'll notice up in the top right-hand corner it says, I don't know. So let's click on that. The child, if they don't know, they have a place to go.
Name.
And they're given the answer. So they're never stuck, okay? And be sure that this question will come around again and they'll get another chance to answer it now that they have been shown the answer. So it's they never feel stuck or backed into a corner. There's always somewhere they can go to learn more. So select the correct word. In this case, it's a child looks like asking a parent for something. So the word would be please.
Please.
And submit the answer.
Please.
Hear the word again, get the reward. Now, some of you may have thought like I did when you first saw that little video, Cyber Hero asks where the bathroom is. And I thought maybe, why is that in there? But then I thought about it, and if you've traveled anywhere or if you're learning another language, one of the most important words you could ever learn is bathroom, because it's a universal truth that everyone at one time or another is, if they're in a strange place, they're going to have to ask where the bathroom is. So that's why that word is there, and I'm going to click on bathroom, submit the answer,
Bathroom.
hear the word again, get the reward.
Please.
And now what they are doing is hearing the word without the picture. So this is the auditory. And if they didn't hear it the first time, they can click on the
Please.
and they can click as many times as they need to hear it spoken and practice whatever they want to do. It's up to them. It's all based on their speed and what they want to do and how they want to learn. So I'm going to click on it again.
Please.
There we go. I'm going to click on the word please and submit the answer.
Please. Bathroom.
And now it's, you hear the word and you just see the pictures. You don't see the written word, okay? So this way they're not given the help of having the written word. They just hear it and they have to know what picture it is.
Bathroom.
So we'll click on bathroom, submit answer.
Bathroom. Thank you.
And now they're hearing and they're just seeing the word.
Thank you. Name.
Now they're hearing again and just seeing the picture.
Name. Hello.
Hearing and the picture.
Hello.
Now they're not hearing anything, they're just seeing the picture and the word, and they have to choose the right one.
Name. Name.
Okay, you win. So we'll just stop it there, but basically what I wanted you to see is that it's a lot of fun, and the children are moved through, and there's a lot of repetition, and there's chances to find out what the right answer is if they don't know, so there's help. They can always go back at any time. And I hope that you can see from that, like I did, and knowing also that when you're learning another language, that the repetition and seeing and relating the sound of words to pictures and images is very important. And that's just the beginning. I mean, that is the very beginning. And I picked that lesson because it did include words that a child would want to learn right off the bat in order to start a conversation and move on. So right now I'm just going to click on OK. It shows the child that they've won 1 star and they've earned 100 coins, or what are called watts. So we'll click OK. And then they're taken back into the lesson, and they can select medium this time. And what they're going to have to do is do a similar quiz more quickly, and then once they've done that, they can go to the hard and do it a similar quiz even more quickly, and by the time they finish, they will have earned 3 stars. Now I'm going to go back, and you will see that so far in this this account that I have set up for this demonstration, I've gotten all 3 stars by finding Cyber Hero in lesson 1. I have done the easy quiz in the word quiz. Ahead of time, I had gone ahead and done the medium quiz. And then I would just have to go through and do the hard quiz, and then I would get the 3rd star. And I've done a few quizzes and things like that in some of these different lessons throughout Unit 1. But you can imagine that just finding Cyber Hero and doing the first part of the word quiz in lesson 1 in Unit 1, there's been a lot of stuff covered. And so you can imagine that by the time you get to the end of even the lessons in Unit 1, there will be a lot of learning having gone on, okay? So I'm going to end it right there, I think, Stephen, because...
Yeah, I think the big part that I get from it as well, you know, and I don't want to make this big sales promotion or anything because it's more educational, but the big thing I get just from sitting and watching that, Anita, is that I'm trying, you know, like obviously I'm in my senior years now, but I'm trying to go back to when I was in elementary school, right? And obviously I learned English, but you know, if English was as a second language, or even when I was learning English, this as a tool for elementary school children, where it takes them from kindergarten to 6th grade English, that's what it teaches. And just the different images, that would have been so much fun. That, like, rather than sitting in a boring classroom and learning, you know, and I don't want to knock the classroom environment. I know your background as a former teacher, and I know you're so excited being the Woogi Global Ambassador that you now have the whole world as your classroom. So, you know, but the fun that kids have, and I know in my life, and I'm sure anyone who's listening to this would probably, I don't want to sort of put words in your mouth, but if you're doing something that you're having fun with, and you're doing it because, see, the kids are going to want to do this. Like when you started this, you showed the movie. And what young child doesn't want to be the star in their own movie? And so everything about this, from what I'm learning, the Woogi English program, all of the engagement and the fun activities is designed for younger children. Now, that doesn't mean as an adult, as you know, Anita, we've been in sessions like this where we've had grown adults laughing and having a lot of fun in it. However, it's not designed to entertain teenagers or adults. It's not that type of a game. It's engaging for a young child so that at the end of doing the 35 units, they can speak effectively, they can communicate verbally, they comprehend, and they can listen and learn. You know more about all of that, but their comprehension, their vocabulary, their listening skills, their written communication in English up to the 6th grade level. And that's why I'm just so excited to be part of helping to take this and helping children around the world. So I just thought I'd throw that in, Anita. I hope you don't mind.
I am am so grateful for that, Stephen, because yes, you just summed it up so beautifully. The comprehension and the vocabulary and the skills they have, and just the ability to get around and function in English. And think of that, that's all done within 35 units. It's amazingly quick, really, for learning a language. And once they have this, they can go back over it and over it and over it again. And so it's really up to the child how quickly or how long it takes them, how quickly they do the units. But the fact is that the quality and the standard of English that's in here, and the quality of the quizzes and every challenge they're given will never alter. As a teacher, I know that some days I was just better in the classroom than others, but with this, it's like having a tutor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the child, and every time they go in, they know what to expect. The lessons and the units are the same, and the child will get the same quality of learning every time they engage in Woogi English. And I think that's so important. They have something that is dependable and very effective.
So would you say it's taking them to a higher standard of excellence, Anita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's all cumulative. It's based on what they learn. Secondly is based on what they learn originally, and it just keeps building and building. The vocabulary builds. I know how important vocabulary is from studying other languages, and if you don't get the vocabulary, especially in the context, and in Woogi English, it's in the context of these videos and activities that they partake in and quizzes that they do. And if you don't have that context and build up the vocabulary, you can learn all the grammar you want, but it's actually being able to function in the English language and use it efficiently and effectively. That is what Woogi English will teach children, and I think that's the most important thing.
So as you're listening to this video, I hope that you can see from this, and thank you for taking time out of your session for sharing this, Anita. And I certainly hope that you can see from this why Anita is so passionate about this. I'm so passionate about this. We feel that this is a program that every parent or every teacher should add to their students or their child's education program. Can you just imagine a child is learning, let's say they're learning English at school, and then when they come home, they've got this game to go and play, which is giving them repetition on what they're already learning. And that's going to accelerate the learning process for them and give them a higher standard of English and take them to an area of excellence. And in some countries where we're doing business with Woogi, that can mean the difference between getting a job and not getting a job, which means they can support the family and support the community. And that's why we're so passionate about this, because if we can change one child's life as a result of this, obviously our expectation is to change millions and hundreds of millions of children. But if we start with one, if we can have an impact on one child's life, then we're making a difference in this world. And that's what this program can do. So I want to thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned for other videos from Anita. And you may, depending on where you are in the world, I know that Anita is going to be traveling to different countries and doing some live events on it as well. So she may even be in your classroom one day where you'll get to meet her and thank her. So thank you, Anita, for taking time out today. Is there anything else you'd like to end with?
No, I think I've said it all, and I've said it all, and I've said it all. Sometimes words fail me because I get so excited about this, but thank you, Stephen. You've really highlighted some of the main points that I wanted to bring out, and just thank you for inviting me here, and I look forward to doing this again.
Well, thank you, Anita, and thank you everyone that is listening in when you're listening to this. We certainly really do we're grateful for you taking time. Obviously, this video is more for the teachers and the parents. We know the kids just go in and they have fun. They don't want to hear all of this stuff. They just go in and engage and have fun. And we're really putting these videos together for the parents and teachers so they can understand the importance of this program and why they want their classroom and their students to be using it, and why the parents would feel safe for their children to be using it. So have a wonderful day, and thanks for tuning in, and thank you, Anita.